We came so far from dreams. The path was hard for me. They thought we fall, you see. Well, look at us now, look at us now. We make it hot when we on the scene. Yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team. Yeah, you know we gon' eat. We see the crowds when we come around. You know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we. Tell me who better than we. We soaring to places you never could reach. When we walk in that spot, don't hear none of you speak. Shh, do you want peace or the peace? A king about to put you to sleep. Listen, my team is elite. You not even qualified to compete. He starving, he barely can eat. I guess that's why he always itching for beef. So I put him on ice and I told him to chill. Close your mouth if you can't pay for the meal. Making statements that you know you don't mean. Nice guy trying to act like he mean. Keep it a buck, keep it a bean. Attitudes will put you dudes in the beam. Isekai, he don't live in reality. Shake back, all become a fatality. Yeah, how you gon' hate when you mirror us? He think he a star, he ain't serious. X him out, we not on the same frequency. If you broke, you ain't hearing us. Work the screw, anime, that's how I feel, period. We winning, that's making them furious. We make it high when we on the scene, yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team, yeah, you know we gon' eat. We see the crowds when we come around, you know that I roll with some kings. We sit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we.
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, and I am back with you with a new what if for you guys for my channel, and it's good to be back, honestly. But like I said during my community post, I'm probably only going to be doing like one what if a week until I can go back to doing two what ifs, to be honest. So please be patient, guys. Trust me. As for this what if, I've been thinking about it for a while now. And for any of you guys who are curious about, well, this new what if, well then, have your curiosity will now be sated. This is what if Izuku had a duplication quirk. But however, it's nothing like that of Twice's double quirk, actually. It's way more complicated and more, well, and a lot more dangerous than that of Twice's. But not it's the same level as overpoweredness as Twice's, but it could reach that level if given enough time. So I kind of got this idea from one of the most underrated and less thought of X-Men members, who mainly becomes an X-Men on and off again all the time. That being Legion. Omega level mutant telepath and son of Professor X. And given that he had his telepathic abilities also give him the ability to copy and mimic other mutants' abilities and powers, especially through that of multiple personality disorder, I kind of thought this would be interesting. What if I gave this ability to Izuku, but instead of making him more of a, well, unstable human being, but close to that. Any rate, enough said. Let's get into this, shall we, guys? Humanity. We are that of a unique, weird, and that of mysterious race. We are considered to be the most intelligent species on the planet. However, why is it that, when it comes to intelligence, we are the only species that don't learn from that intelligence or don't put that intelligence to better use, but instead we use it to hurt each other, to have that of superiority complex, use it to rule over others, manipulate others, instead of doing the right thing with that intelligence. And then everything went to hell even more when quirks appeared in humanity. Special abilities, special powers, These gifts were made those who were seen as once human no longer, but seen as that of genetic freaks, monsters, paranormal defects. But as years went on, more and more people who were considered that of normal, or rather quirkless, began to disappear, century by century. Only a select few remain on the earth, or either born quirkless, or still remain from that of a generation when the quirkless were still prevalent. But even so, there are some humans who who do things for the betterment of mankind by wanting to change and make things better for everyone. These being heroes, people who save others using their quirks and abilities to protect the innocent, to protect those in need. Especially one hero who inspired not just his home nation of Japan, but the entirety of the world itself. This man would be known as All Might, the number one hero of Japan, the symbol of peace of Japan, and the greatest hero that has ever lived in the entirety of the world. Many heroes, even the top 10 heroes of other nations, respect this man almost to the level of a god. And not just that of the heroes, but even the civilians. Many people want to become pro-heroes because of this man, even the hero of our story, who would also become the world's greatest hero and the world's greatest threat as well. This boy would be known as Izuku Midoriya, a green net boy with that of freckles on his face and that of emerald green eyes. Always dreamt of being a hero just like All Might, a hero that saves people, protects the innocents, and always reassures people with a smile on his face. That is what he's always dreamt of, being a hero. However, it seems like the world wants to make this kid's life to becoming a hero a living nightmare. On the days on when he was basically heading to get his quirk checked out, it said that he does have that of the quirk gene, just like everybody else. However, his quirk seems different. It doesn't seem right. They can't be able to understand it or able to comprehend it, to be honest. They do that of multiple tests over and over and over again, all the way to that of Izuku's 6th birthday, and yet nothing. However, during this time while Izuku was getting tested, voices began to pop up in Izuku's head. Some voices are kind and caring to Izuku. Some are angry and aggressive, but still try to keep Izuku's well-being to that of their main idea, while some basically stay quiet and don't say anything. More like, it almost sounds like these voices are waiting for Izuku. He always tells people about these voices. Always tell his mom and even the doctors about them, saying that maybe that they're his quirk. However, every time when he does, many people, even his own mother, believe that Izuku may be having that of imaginary friends. I mean, he's still a child, of course, but when it comes to medical professions, some believe that he may be he may have that of, mental disorder if he's hearing voices that nobody else can hear. Heck, even his old childhood friends calling Izuku Deku and calling him even crazy as well for hearing voices that nobody else can hear, calling him that of a freak. When Izuku hears these words, he can't help but feeling depressed and sad. As for all the voices, many are vocal about how Izuku is treated, how he's basically seen by everybody, even the voices that are completely and utterly angry and want to hurt them, with even telling Izuku that he should also stand up for himself. But Izuku doesn't want to. Hurting those without any reason to do so isn't what a hero does. A hero protects others and defends those who can't defend themselves. That's what it means to be a hero, just like All Might. These are the words that Izuku lives by. And not only that, when Izuku says these words, the other voices listen to these words as well and take them to heart. However, some takes them too seriously when it comes to Izuku, though. As years goes on, and no sign of Izuku awakening his quirk one bit. Hell, because of this, many people believe that Izuku is quirkless, that he has no quirk, even though he always tries to convince everybody that he does, but nobody bothers listening. Hell, even the doctors, when they did all the testing, basically believe that Izuku may have that of mental issues after all, with him forced to take that of medication to basically suppress that of the voices, even though they don't help one bit. The medication doesn't do anything for him one bit. The voices are still there. However, when he takes the medication, all it does is basically make him more and more depressed, more and more susceptible to all of the taunts, all of the ridicule, and all of the beatings that he takes. That everything is his fault. Everything. That him not awakening his quirk is his fault. However, the voices, on the other hand, the voices say differently. The voices say that it's not his fault. That he is never at fault. That one day that they will protect him. That they will help him on his dream of being a hero. That they will destroy anything that gets in the way of him and his dream to be a hero, just like All Might. During his time at Aldera Junior High, let's just say his time there has been even worse than before during his elementary school. At least during elementary school, they always left him alone or basically talked behind his back. Or even a few times that they do beat him, it isn't too rough. But now, when it comes to preteens and teenagers, they're a totally different story. With Izuku constantly being ridiculed, laughed at, and even beaten on that of a daily, to be honest. Even the person that he once saw as his childhood best friend, Katsuki Bakugo, basically does nothing but always beats him and belittles him for being a quirkless, worthless nerd. And also a damn freak for having that of voices in his head. However, little did they know, all of this would change on the edge of summer of their first year at Aldera Junior High. As finals are basically running down, which puts a lot of people on edge. And what is the best way to relieve that edge for many people at the school? Beating on Izuku Midoriya, the quirkless, weird-headed freak of Aldera Junior High, as everybody likes to call him. As the third day of final weeks finally comes to an end, many students are stressed out, especially students in that of class 1A, as a few kids began to basically overuse their quirks on that of a greenette boy that's basically on the ground, beaten and bruised, with even that of explosion marks as well, as his white summer t-shirt is basically all scorched up. With then, all of them couldn't help but laugh. Before, all of them couldn't help but also breathe out, saying, "You know, that was a good stress relief. I really needed to beat the hell out of this quirkless freak." Saying, "Definitely." Seriously, it's like the school thought that we needed a quirkless person for shit like this. With then Izuku grown as then soon an ashen blonde boy with that of crimson eyes, also wearing the school uniform, just like everybody else, looking down on that of Izuku, saying, "Seriously, how pathetic can you be, Deku?" With then Izuku standing up, saying, "Seriously, just because you guys are basically stressed out about finals, you think you can just beat me like it's nothing? The hell?" With then Izuku having that of tears in his eyes, as then Baku saying, "Let's get this straight, you worthless freak." As then grabbing Izuku by his hair, as then a voice saying, "Oh, this damn fucking bastard! I am getting sick of him!" But then another voice also speaking, saying, "Calm yourself. As much as I also want to rip him to shreds, this isn't the time," saying, "Fuck that! Fuck that at all!" But then another voice saying, "You need to. If this isn't the time for us to appear." But then another voice saying, "Really? Because it looks like it should be. This is ridiculous. If this keeps up, who knows what Izuku is going to do?" With another voice saying, "As much as I hate to admit it, they're right. The two of them are right. Those damn medications have also dampened him as well, making his depression even worse than before. Are you serious? we seriously can't go out at least once? His quirk hasn't fully matured yet. As much as I do want to go out there, if one of us goes out there, who knows on how much strain it will put on him. After saying their piece, they all continue to watch. And soon, Bakugo continues speaking, saying, "You are basically nothing to us. Absolutely worthless, pointless trash. Trash like you needs to know your place. And that is beneath each and every one of us. You can keep on acting like you're basically an equal to everyone else, but we all know the truth. You're a worthless, quirkless nerd that needs to know that he will never be anything but nothing but a freaking punching bag and a stress relief that needs to know what it means to be beneath others. You got that?" Soon Izuku couldn't help but think, why should I? I don't feel like I deserve any of this. I never deserved any of this. I can't fight back because of the medication. And if I do fight back, I'm the one that's going to get in trouble for it. What should I do? I'm sick of this. I'm so tired of this. I hate... But then Izuku speaking out loud saying, "I hate each and every one of you and I hope you all die." After saying that, Bakugo, alongside a few other people who basically were also beating on Izuku as well and ragging on him, couldn't help but be shocked and surprised soon Bakugo having that of a feral grin of pure, unadulterated hatred, saying, "Oh, is that so? Well then," soon, explosions began to crackle in the palm of his hand, saying, "Don't blame me for what happens next." Soon, Bakugo basically lays the palm of his hand in front of Izuku's face. However, instead of basically making it that of a small explosion or burn, he basically amplifies it 100 times more, causing Izuku to scream in that of pure, unadulterated pain and bloody murder. But then, everybody couldn't help but smirk and laugh, thinking that he got what he deserved for saying something like that. Before then, inside of Izuku's head, one of them begins to have that of a figure. One of them looking like that of Izuku. However, the only difference is, instead of having that of green hair and green eyes, he has that of pure red hair and red eyes. And instead of having that of a look of Izuku always either looking depressed or having that of a forced smile and happiness, instead, he has that of a look of pure, unadulterated rage and anger before saying, "You know what? Fuck this shit." Soon the other voice that still has that of a figure saying, "Wait, don't go!" Soon he disappears in that of a bright light, almost like that of teleportation, as Izuku is still screaming from that of the burns on his face, everybody still laughing. However, behind them, in a burst of a small light, almost quicker than the eye can actually perceive, as it came straight from that of Izuku's thoughts and head. Soon, the Izuku look-alike with the red hair and red eyes couldn't help but have that of a look of pure, unadulterated hatred. As then, raising up his hand, instead of nothing coming out, something does, as flames begin to erupt from his hands. Soon, everybody hearing that of roaring flames behind them. Those behind them began to get burned, as all of them began to scream in agony and pain. Soon Bakugo letting go of Izuku, wondering what the hell is going on, before noticing all of his little lackeys and the people that he sees as nothing but extras behind him, all basically burning on that of the ground. However, they're being put out, but not fast enough to the point of them getting that of first degree burns though. Even their clothes being somewhat burned too. as it being that of a few, well, male students and female students as well. Within, what catches Bakugo's attention is the person that looks just like Izuku, as he has that of a look of pure, unadulterated rage and hatred, a look that Bakugo would never see on that of Izuku. Within saying, "Who the hell are you?" Saying, "Me? Who the hell am I? My name doesn't matter. Hell, I don't even got a name. But I will tell you this." With then stepping on the ground, creating that of a burst of flames from that of his shoes, as he couldn't help but smile, and that of a look of pure, unadulterated bloodlust, saying, "I'm gonna burn you the way you burned him, you fucking shitbag," before unleashing another burst of flames from the palm of his hand. Within, Bakugo seeing this, as he dodges out of the way using his explosions. However, even though Bakugo has started training to use his quirk, as he plans on becoming that of a hero and going to that of a hero school, especially UA, since it was the school that All Might went to years ago, his training and experience is lackluster, not on the same level as he will be. But then, as he blasts to that of the side of a wall, but then the fire basically chasing him, as he begins running, using explosions to get away from the flames as fast as he can. However, seeing this, he's saying, "Oh, no, you don't. You bring that ass here now, Kachan!" With then, flames begin to come from that of his shoes. However, is then burning towards that of Bakugo. Within, Bakugo saying, "Stay away from me, you freak, you damn imposter!" Within, setting that of a powerful explosion towards that of the Izuku lookalike, sending him down, however, not out, as he soon blasts forward towards Bakugo once again, with then Bakugo sending more and more flurries of explosions towards the Izuku lookalike. As for Izuku, still suffering from that of the burns from that of Bakugo on his face, looking and seeing what is happening, as then he could see somebody that has his face, however, with that of red hair instead of green, facing against that of Bakugo. With then hearing the voice from that of the Izuku lookalike, and begin wondering, wait, that voice, I know it. You're him. With then, however, not hearing that of hearing Izuku, within dodging each and one of the explosions coming after him, he soon basically rushed past one of them, taking the damage. However, doesn't stop there, as then Bakugo wondering if he got the son of a bitch. However, coming through that of the explosions, grabbing him by his face, as then he couldn't. The Izuku lookalike having that of a smile of bloodthirst, saying, "If you want to burn Izuku's face, I should return a favor. After all, childhood friends should be matching." With then gripping on that of Bakugo's face as hard as he can, with Bakugo trying to use his explosions to get him off of him, with even trying to use another one, try to use his left arm to basically explode that of his arm as well. However, no matter what he does, he can begin to feel the flames burning through his skin, as then Bakugo begins to scream in agony, upping up his explosions even more. However, the Izuku lookalike still stays on still holds on tightly on that of Bakugo's face, gripping on him so tightly that he begins to break his skin, making it easier for his flames to burn him even more. With then Izuku getting back up and seeing what is happening, as then Bakugo couldn't help but say, "What? Stop! You're hurting! What the hell is wrong with you? Don't you know what you're doing?" Saying, "I'm putting away a goddamn villain for hurting my quirk user after all. After all, a hero's duty is to protect the innocent, and you're far from innocent, Kachan." As then amping up the flames, within soon Bakugo begins to scream, as flames begin to erupt around his face for a bit, as then Izuku seeing this, as his eyes whining in shock, saying, "Stop!" With just that solitary word, the Izuku lookalike finally stops his flames, with then looking down at Izuku, still seeing that of his burned skinned face, with then dropping Bakugo to the ground, as soon, a few minutes later, a couple of teachers alongside a few students that still lingered around began to see what has happened. With many of them couldn't help but be shocked and surprised. Within, soon, the Izuku lookalike looking at those who just showed up with that of a look of pure and utter disgust and hatred. Within saying, "Midoriya? What?" Within, soon noticing that of Izuku saying, "What the? Two Midoriyas? But this can't be!" As the teacher is basically shocked and surprised. Within, soon basically scoffing before going over to Izuku, as then basically kicking Bakugo in the chest while basically moving towards Izuku, as Izuku's basically worried for Bakugo, even though he just said those words of wanting them dead. Part of him just didn't really meant it, as it was just a moment, spare the moment kind of feel. With then, soon, Izuku wondering if this person was just about to hurt him as well, as then he'd offered up a hand, saying, "Hey, you okay, Izuku?" With then, soon, Izuku completely shocked, as he can see his own face, but just even with red hair and red eyes, the look that he has on him is that of a look of somebody worried and scared for him. Even with his hand offered up to him, he couldn't help but feel comfort, especially knowing that this voice, even though it doesn't sound just like him, he knows the voice, as he's heard it almost his entire childhood after all. With then, soon, Izuku's vision begins to go blurry before realizing, "Shit! This is my fault. I prematurely awakened his quirk. As his quirk after all. Damn it!" With then, soon, seeing the light about to engulf that of the red-haired Izuku. With then, looking at the teacher and the spectators saying, "Hey, all you sons of bitches and bastards over there! If any of you basically attack Izuku Midoriya, and just because you think he's quirkless, then you're going to be answering to me! I'll burn each and every one of you, mother!" Before he could finish, he soon disappears in a burst of light. With then, the teacher could feel the bloodlust and hatred coming off of the Izuku lookalike to the point that he basically froze into his spot. With many of the other students that actually saw all of this, couldn't help but also feel scared and terrified, even some wetting their pants as well. Within, soon, the teacher basically calling an ambulance and a pro hero about what just happened a little while ago. Within, soon, and that's of Izuku's head, in his inner mind, the red-haired Izuku sitting on that of a chair made of that of fire. Within saying, okay, I get it. I understand what I done was basically was stupid, but you couldn't just be mad at me for what that bastard Kachan did to him. Within, the other voice from a little earlier saying, "No, we understand how you feel." As this person, still having no figure, however, he's sitting in that of a chair made of lightning, saying, "We get it. We absolutely all get it. If anything, we can't judge you for what you've done. We all would have done the same thing, right?" Within another figure, and that's of a chair made from that of earth, saying, "But that doesn't mean we had to like it. I mean, think about this shit. Because what you've done, people are probably going to be looking for somebody that looks just like Izuku. Somebody, they're probably going to be thinking that he has that of a brother with red hair. Now they'll probably be going after mom because of that shit. All because you couldn't keep yourself from basically attacking them." Within, soon, somebody speaking up saying, As much as I hate to say it, but I disagree. As the person that says this is on that of another chair. However, it's made of ice. As he begins speaking once more, saying, I think that what he did was the right thing to do. If anything, what he did saved Izuku. I think what Izuku said was basically everything of trauma and pain that he's basically gone through, to the point that people believe that he was quirkless, to unable to awaken us, and to the point that even everybody began to think he was crazy because he began to hear us. If anything, all of his suffering was because of our doing. We should be the ones to pay for his mistakes. Then, everything went quiet for a bit. Before then, another voice spoke up saying, all right, can stop the goddamn pity party here? As a person speaking is on that of a chair made out of pure, unadulterated energy. Within saying, as much as I want to basically criticize the guy for attacking Bakugo in those damn extras, I think he did the right thing. Protecting Izuku is our main priority. Helping him for his dream is our main priority. Anything that gets in the way of his dream or basically tries to stop him and hurt him towards his dream is our enemy. Ally, future ally or not, they are all our enemy. Come on, so you guys have to agree with me. Within, hearing that of the other guy's voice, within, all of them couldn't help but nod. Even the red-haired Izuku couldn't help but nod. Within, soon, the other one in that of the chair made of lightning could help but speak up saying, all the same, we need to make sure that he is well, that now that his quirk has awakened, even if it's prematurely awakened, looking at the red-haired Izuku again as he huffs, saying, we need to prepare him. You're the one that basically came out first, so you need to be the one to explain to him and those around him as well once he comes to consciousness. Sooner or later, things are going to get crazy. Within, the red-haired Izuku saying, yeah, I'll take responsibility for what I've done and make sure to make things better for him and everyone else around him as well. This is going to be complicated as hell. Seriously, I really think that one of you might be better to explain this. Within, the one that was on that of the earth chair once again could help but say, well, whose fault is that? Then, red-haired Izuku could help but be pissed before calming himself down and saying, let's just hope that things don't go to hell for him. He's already been through enough. I'm just tired of seeing him suffer. Is that too much to ask? After saying that, all of them remain quiet. However, they all basically say the same thing. No. Then, after the incident, turns out multiple ambulances showed up with that of, police cars and a few pro heroes as well. Then, wondering what has happened, as they tried to see if there was any security cameras. However, they couldn't see what just happened in that of the alleyway behind that of the school because it doesn't get anything there. However, they were able to get at least some of the, security cam footage. However, luckily, none of the teachers and even the principal didn't want to give it up. However, a cop by the name of Naomasa Suguguchi, a detective, made it that of a court order and an official police business if it turning into that of a case of a student killing that of future pros, especially if it's a student that has that of another sibling. So we need to know. As then soon, seeing the security footage, as time went on, seeing the footage, they soon noticed that a few of the students, 2 girls, three boys, alongside that of Bakugo and Izuku, basically push Izuku into the alleyway. Before then, hearing that of bursts of their quirks basically going off, mainly that of explosions. And knowing that of the profile from the students saying that Bakugo's quirk is explosions, Naomasa Suguguchi even that as a highly decorated police detective could already tell what has happened, that they were basically using their quirks on Izuku, and couldn't help but be disgusted at this, as no school is not supposed to allow students to use their quirks on school grounds unless it's during that of a quirk class that allows students to use their quirks in that of a more safe and more positive environment. But this is disgusting. As then, seeing on how things went on, soon a burst of light appeared in the alleyway, as then flames soon began to emerge from it, to the point that even more explosions and flames began to happen. Before hearing that of Bakugo screams, and then hearing that of Izuku's scream of stop. With then seeing this, it was when then the teacher, alongside a few of the students, began to notice, as then some of them began to freak out and be scared. Before then, a burst of light also comes in as well. After that, the Detective Dalmasa couldn't help but think, saying, so, a bully case, of course. Most likely a self-defense as well. God damn it. A school like this doing this again. I thought we were done with this crap. But I guess not everything is so simple-minded. Within getting that of the names of the victims / that of suspects as well, and Izuku's name too, within couldn't help but get annoyed at all of this, thinking we're in a hero society, and yet we don't even bother to check in that of the schools. We always just expect that future pros from schools like this would just have to be better, and yet we don't even expect that. God damn this. With then soon, now Masa Suguguchi couldn't help but leave the school with his hat on, that of his fedora hat on and tan trench coat, heading to the police station before preparing a case and heading to that of the hospital, as he soon got stats of a phone call. Before then saying, Detective Suguguchi speaking, with then saying, what? You can't be serious. You mean they're there right now? For who? With then saying, Midoriya. How the hell did they? With then soon, the detective couldn't help but hang up, as he basically starting up his police car as soon as possible, heading to that of Masafu District Hospital. With then soon, Izuku begins to wake up, as then realizing he's in a hospital room with his face all bandaged up all across his face. The only thing that isn't bandaged up is that of his lips and eyes, with then and what's left of his messy spiky hair after all. With then soon noticing his mom, saying, "Mom, is that?" With then soon Inko, his mother, couldn't help but freak out, saying, "Izuku! Oh, my baby, I was so worried for you. What happened?" With then soon the doc coming into that of the hospital room, saying, "Please, sir, he hasn't woken up yet. With then two suits coming in, with then saying, "It seems like he's waking up now." With that, soon Inko saying, Who are you people?" With then Izuku wondering, What's going on? What happened? Where? Within remembering that of his red-headed self, saying, Where's the guy that looked just like me? Within Inko saying, "Izuku, what are you talking about?" Within the one of the men in the suit saying, "Izuku Midoriya, you were tested years ago, and you said you had a quirk. However, it never truly manifested. You may not know this, but over the years, many doctors have been studying and testing out your quirk genetics and your factor as well. It's quite something, if anything. That's why we from the Hero Public Safety Commission wish to offer you a deal, especially given the situation that you're in. Within soon, a bright light soon appears, as then pointing that of his hand of the bright light figure's hand out, as then soon fully materializing, being the red-haired Izuku. As then both agents couldn't help but feel somewhat on edge before then the figure releasing that of flames from that of his hand. With soon both agents alongside that the nurse actually had to back up. Within soon the flames stop halfway to the door before realizing, seriously, damn vultures, men in black rip-off bastards. With then soon looking at Izuku and Inko, within saying, oh, right. Guess I should explain things. With then soon Izuku saying, who are you and why do you look like me? Within Inko saying, yes, you don't even sound like my baby. Why are you trying to impersonate him? Saying, I'm not trying to impersonate him because I am him. Well, somewhat him, but not him at the same time, Mom. With then she's saying, wait, Mom? As then the red-haired Izuku could help but sigh, saying, look, I don't have a name because, well, how do I explain this? Seriously, the others would have been better to explain this than me. I'm that little bastard's Quirk. With then Izuku freaking out saying, what? But I can't. Look, there's a reason on why you couldn't manifest your quirk. Because it was basically charging this entire time. It was developing, slowly accumulating all this time. You know all those voices that you heard when you were around that of 4 to 5, all the way to now? That is us. That's me and everyone else in your head. We are basically a sentient quirk inside of you. We are you, and you are us. Our main duty is to basically look after you and protect you, Izuku Midoriya. Within, Izuku couldn't help but be shocked and surprised, saying, wait, really? But that's impossible. You do know that sentient quirks are a thing. You may be a hero nerd, but you're also a quirk nerd if you've forgotten, right? With then, Izuku saying, wait, yes, sentient quirks are a thing, but they're never... Cutting Izuku off, saying, never this developed, never this sentient? Yeah, it's surprising too. But it is true. I'm your quirk, and so is many others in your little head of yours. Genius. With then, Inko stayed quiet, saying, so, you really are my baby's quirk? Saying, yep, just like everybody else. So, as for the shit that I put you in, sorry. But my main duty and task was to protect you. And seeing on how far Kachan was to just hurt you after all, well, I couldn't just sit by and do nothing anymore when it came to protect you. With then, hearing this, Inko saying, what does he mean by that, Izuku? Within, Izuku, realizing what his red-haired, sentient quirk said, well, you see, it's not, look, dude, my main duty is to protect you. Many of us have sit by and let you lie to our mom all this damn time. Sure, we haven't forgiven her for basically putting you on those damn pills that basically made you depressed as hell. With then hearing that, Inko could always say, wait, you've been depressed because of the medication? With then, soon, red-haired Izuku saying, yeah, guy's been nothing but a goddamn mess. Haven't you noticed that he's been a lot more timid and shy around others? Even you? With then, Inko couldn't help again to tear up, saying, I even hurt my own baby as well. I am a horrible, horrible mother. As she begins to tear up, as then, the red-haired Izuku could up and say, ugh, damn it, sorry. It's not your fault. If anything, it's the doctor's fault. They couldn't even get your quirk accurate. And also, it didn't help that they also thought that he was crazy just because he was hearing us, when in fact, he was hearing his quirk all this damn time. Within, Izuku's eyes widening, saying, so I wasn't crazy. I wasn't some having multiple people and multiple personalities inside of me. You really are. Yes, we really are your quirk. And it's and like I said, as much as you developed, we developed as well. And on the behalf of every other sentient quirk inside of you, Izuku, all I have to say is, yes, we will help you become a hero. The hero you were always destined to be. Within hearing all of this, Izuku couldn't help but begin to tear up. And that of happiness, sadness, and relief as well. As like I said, this is the story on how Izuku became the world's greatest hero and the world's greatest threat as well. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. So, how did you guys think of this? This is the first of a what if I'm going to be probably doing for the next couple of days, alongside that of what if Izuku was Clyde Rossfield's reincarnation as well. I still need to get back almost all of the ad revenue I kind of lost for the past couple of weeks after all. So yeah, starting that of a new what if and basically bringing back a what if I did at the end of the year with a bang is the best way to retrieve all those, well, royalties. So yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. As for the other quirks, there's going to be a lot more sentient quirks. As for those on that of the cheers, they're going to be slowly turning into thrones. As for their element, well, you could already tell. As for their appearance, and yes, I'm telling you guys this now, they will look like Izuku. However, as time goes on, their appearances will change. They'll still look like Izuku, but with different looks. So look out for that. At any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get to date my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my side channel, my other channel, my Patreon, and my Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care. Shiro Kitsune, start off the year off right, my lady.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!